Hello everyone, my name is Tom Sinkewicz and I'm running for Plainfield First Selectman, and one of the goals that I wanted to talk about very briefly is having support and helping out our boards and commissions. One of the commissions that was a very note this year for the town of Plainfield was the Planning and Zoning Commission, because there were some proposals this year of exemptions for town projects when it came to special permits. And fortunately, it never went through the original way that it was proposed, because basically what it would have entailed for our Planning and Zoning Commission is it would have meant that town projects of certain scale would not have had to go for approval, would not have had the chance of public hearing, and basically would have been exempt from our oversight of our Planning and Zoning Commission, which would have limited the public's input into town-related projects. That is something that I want to make sure does not happen in the future for our, not just our Planning and Zoning Commission, but all boards and commissions, because we have a balance of government in the town of Plainfield, just like other towns and just like state and national level. There's a reason why we have elected and appointed officials on boards and commissions. And the role of the town government, particularly the First Selectman, is not to in any way, shape, or form try to find ways to be exempt or to get around the oversight of any of our elected officials on Planning and Zoning Commissions. That is not right, and that is something that I'm going to make sure does not happen, and that we honor our Planning and Zoning Commission, our Board of Finance, our Board of Education, all boards and commissions, because they all are important. They have men and women who serve this town who are a very important part of the process. It's not just the Board of Selectmen who makes decisions or the First Selectman. It's our entire town government that works together to make sure that we are making the best decisions for the town of Plainfield. So I want to make sure that all those boards and commissions have the support they need. Now, another point that we need to make sure is known by the people is that every time we have a municipal election, we have new members on these boards and commissions. And these new members who've never served on the boards, they don't necessarily know their role. They're willing to learn, but they need support as far as learning their role. And sometimes that means having to maybe attend training conferences. That means having to maybe get legal advice, whatever the case, whatever the resources are needed. I'm going to make sure that that support is there. As an example, for our police commission, I praise our police commission as they took initiative this past year, and they wanted to reach out and make sure that they had some financial backing and support, because they needed to figure out what their role was. They wanted to make sure that they were doing the job right, and I commend them for that. And that is something that I want to see continue, because we're not always going to have the same board and commission members on these boards. It's going to change every election. There'll be some on, some not there anymore, and either way, everyone needs to know what their important role is on their boards and commissions. So I will support that, making sure that they are funded if necessary for training and resources, as well as making sure that their authority and oversight of town government stays put the way it is, so that way everything has a check and balance process, especially when it comes to the Board of Selectmen and the First Selectman proposing any type of town projects. So that's one of my goals. That's one of the things I want to make sure happens, and I hope I can count on your support on November 7th. Thank you.